The story of Noah, when God washed the world. Humanity had become exceedingly wicked, and every inclination of their hearts was only evil. God regretted creating humans and decided to cleanse the world of its corruption. Among all the people, Noah was found to be righteous and blameless. God chose Noah to save a remnant of life on earth. God instructed Noah to build an ark, a large vessel made of cypress wood, coated with pitch inside and out. He provided detailed dimensions and specifications. Here's a detailed description of the dimensions and specifications of Noah's Ark as provided in the Bible. Length, 300 cubits, approximately 450 feet or 137 meters. Width, 50 cubits, approximately 75 feet or 23 meters. Height, 30 cubits, approximately 45 feet or 14 meters. *** materials. Made of gopher wood, a type of cypress wood, and covered with pitch inside and out to make it waterproof. ***. The ark was to have a roof with a gap of 1 cubit, approximately 18 inches or 45 centimeters, below the roof to allow for ventilation. 4. ***. Ark was to have a door in its side to allow entry. The ark was built to save Noah, his family, and pairs of every kind of living creature from the floodwaters that would cover the earth. These specifications, found in Genesis 6:14, 16, provide a clear picture of the ark's design and purpose. Noah was to bring into the ark 2 of every kind of living creature, male and female, to keep them alive. He was also to bring enough food for his family and the animals. When Noah was 600, the floodwaters came upon the earth. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights, covering even the highest mountains. All living creatures outside the ark perished. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. After the waters receded, the ark rested on the Ararat Mountains. Noah sent out a raven and a dove to check for dry land. The dove returned with an olive leaf, indicating the waters had receded. After leaving the ark, Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered burnt offerings. God promised never again to destroy all life with a flood, and he set a rainbow in the sky as a sign of this covenant. Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, repopulated the earth. The story of Noah and the flood serves as a powerful example of faith, obedience, and God's mercy. This story is about When God Washed the World from *, My Bible Friends *, written by Ethel B. DeJaring. Now let's get started. In the beginning, when God looked at the earth he had made, behold, it was good, very good. The people were good, the animals were tame, the birds were not afraid. God was pleased with what he saw. Many years later, when God looked at the earth, behold, it had become wicked, very wicked. Almost all of the people were wicked. Many of the animals were fierce, and the birds flew away if anyone came near. God was not pleased with what he saw. "I will send flood," said God, "a flood of water to wash away earth's wickedness." In a green valley near a cypress forest lived a good man, Noah, with his good wife. Every morning and evening Noah talked with God. God told Noah about the flood he was sending to wash away the earth's wickedness. The water would be so deep, it would cover the cypress trees, it would cover the highest mountains, said God to Noah. "Build an ark for the saving of all that will come into it." God told Noah just how to build the ark. "Build it long, build it wide," said God. "Build it 3 stories high, make a window in the roof and a door in the side. Make rooms for people, room for animals, room for birds, room for food. Build it of cypress wood, dull it with pitch within and without." Noah drew a picture of the ark. It looked like a ship below and a house above. Noah hired workmen with sharp axes and saws to go into the cypress forest to cut down trees. From the forest came the sound of chopping, sawing, the great trees falling. When a giant cypress fell, the ground shook. Bullocks dragged the logs into the green valley. Their men sawed them into beams and boards for the building of the ark. During the time of cutting trees, the building of the ark, 3 sons were born to Noah and his wife. They named the oldest son Japheth, the middle son Shem, and the youngest son Ham. As the boys were growing, there were many things they could do to help their father. They could be water boys and carry water. They could gather pitch to dub the ark. They could ride and guide the bullocks. Years and years, and still more years went by. Shem, Ham, and Japheth grew to be men. They married good wives. People came from near and from far to watch. Noah and his son and the workmen built the ark. Noah warned the people about the flood that God was sending to wash away earth's wickedness, but the people laughed at him. They said, "There has never been a flood, and there never will be." 120 years was Noah of building the ark, but at last the day came when Shem had sawed the last board. Ham had pounded the last wooden peg. Japheth had dubbed the last bead a pitch, and Noah had warned the people for the last time. The ark was finished. The door stood open. Noah and his wife went inside. Shem, Ham, and Japheth and their wives went inside. The people outside the ark laughed and laughed. "Ho, ho, ho," they said. "Where is the water to float your ark? Who said there would be a flood? It has never rained, it never will." Then someone on the edge of the crowd pointed toward the forest. "Look, look, look at the animals." Out of the forest came wild animals. From the green valley came tame animals, 2 by 2, some of them by 7s. The animals marched as in a parade, up the ramp through the doorway into the ark. 2 by 2, birds flew into the ark. Angels that couldn't be seen were leading the animals and birds to the ark. Inside, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth guided them into stalls, pens, and cages. When all the birds and animals were in the ark, Noah came to the door and invited the people. "Come into the ark and be saved." But they would not come. Not even the workmen who had cut cypress trees and helped build the ark. Slowly, 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 the door to the ark closed. God had shut the door, and no one but God could open it again. Inside the ark, Noah and his wife and Shem, Ham, and Japheth with their wives listened and waited. But nothing happened that day, nor the next, nor the next, nor the next. 7 days, Noah and his family waited and listened and waited, and then they heard it. Splatter, splatter, splash. Rain fell on the ark. Splat, splatter, splash. Pour, it rained harder. Noah looked up through the ark window. He saw angry clouds. He saw lightning. He heard a thunder roll and the wind roar. Flash, crash, roar, and pour. The animals were frightened. Cows bawled. Tigers screamed. Elephants trumpeted. But Noah and his family were not afraid. They knew God would take care of them. The water became deeper and deeper and deeper until it was a sea of tumbling waves. The ark rolled the waves up. It rolled the waves down. It tipped this way, it tipped that way, but it was made of strong cypress wood and made after God's plan. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth had built it well. Day and night, angels watched over the ark safely. It rode through the storm. 40 days and 40 nights it rained, and then the rain stopped. The ark floated quietly on the water. The animals and birds became less afraid. When Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth fed them, the animals made eager sniff and snuff. Monkey chattered birds with her. One day, Noah felt the bottom of the ark scrape on the ground. Then it stood still. "The water must be going down," he said. "I will let a bird fly out the window," said Noah. "If the water has gone down below the treetops, the bird will stay in the trees and not return." Noah first sent out black raven and later white dove, but they both came back to the ark. Noah said the water still covered the trees. Then one day, white dove brought back an olive leaf, and another day, she didn't come back at all. And the final judgment. "The water is drying up," said Noah. Days and days and more days went by, and it was Noah's birthday. He was 601-year-old. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth made the day special by removing the roof of the ark. They looked out and saw that the ark rested high up in the mountains. They saw trees. They were uprooted, and rock trembled about, but the ground was dry and grass was growing. Still, God did not open the door of the ark. Not yet. One day, after the grass had grown tall enough to give the animals plenty of food, slowly, slowly, the door of the ark opened. Noah opened the door of the room inside, and the animals came hurrying out of the ark. They barked, they chomped at it, they squealed for joy. They rolled over and over in the cool green grass and then raced down the mountainside. Songbirds sang, "God is good, God is love," then flew away to find places to build their nests. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth gathered stone and built an altar unto the Lord. The family knelt about the altar while Noah prayed, "Thank you, God, for keeping us safe. Thank you for good, clean earth." God answered by hanging a rainbow in the sky, the very first rainbow ever to be seen. He said, "I do set my bow in the clouds, and it shall be for a token that the water shall no more cover the whole earth." The events that occurred in Noah's time foreshadow the events that will transpire at the end of days. History is repeating itself. I am certain the Lord gazes down from heaven now. Jesus said, "As it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the days of the Son of Man." We are witnessing this in the world today. The violence in the land, the selfishness, the self-worship. They were not paying attention and did not realize that the flood was coming, despite 120 years of preaching. We have the remains of 10,000 or more dinosaurs. This certainly indicates catastrophe. The earth itself serves as both a record and a prophecy, warning us of another judgment yet to come. But when? The judgment determines who will be prepared for Jesus upon his return and who will not. The everlasting gospel, the final judgment, and the ultimate choice are linked with the sanctuary message, that no man might buy or sell unless he has the mark. The true parallel between the days of Noah and the end of time is the moment when the door closed. You must choose between one or the other. That choice will come, and so our God is a consuming fire. Thus, the whole purpose is, how can I enable man to stand in my presence again without being destroyed, without being consumed? At the end of time, 3 warnings are given to humanity that immediately precede the second coming of Christ. These warnings are delivered by 3 angels and are known as the 3 angels' messages. To every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, they proclaim with a loud voice, "Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come. And worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea, and the fountains of waters." This can only point back to the flood, declaring that Babylon is fallen. Revelation 18 states, "Come out of her, my people." To endure this period of severe trial, God's people must be sealed. How can we avoid the mark of the beast? By entering in faith into the most holy place. This will be humanity's final opportunity to reconcile with God. The fact that Noah sacrificed the lamb was a sign of his appeal for redemption. Even as the earth was imploding during the flood, God preserved Noah and confirmed that with a bow of promise. God promises to do the same for his people in the last days.